Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Extremely Casual Gamers podcast with Ellie, Chris, and Guy. This is a casual gaming podcast for the everyday gamer. And I just want to check 1, 2. Have we got Chris here?
Hello.
Yes, we've got Chris here. And check 1, 2. Have we got a Guy here?
Hey!
Hey!
Hey! I'm doing it. I'm doing the podcast.
Well done.
I'm here.
Oh my
So
God.
good.
And can I say, we're off to a flyer. I thought you guys were getting behind
No,
that.
that ruined the momentum, eh?
I don't know what to do with that.
Welcome back, Guy. Tonight you want to chat about 3 missions from your real life that you'd like to replay if you could.
Yeah, replay mission is a thing that you can do with a lot of campaigns in video games, and I want to know what are the 3 missions from your real life that
Nice.
you would like to play again.
Cool. And Chris, you want to talk about game difficulties because you're
first of
so good at doing hard games.
Okay,
Oh, I've got so many platinum trophies because I did on the hardest difficulty.
now look, I may have a lot of hardcore platinum trophies. Actually, I don't. I've got like 14 or something. And that guy on our group was like, I've got 300 and something.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
right. Yeah.
No, what I'm doing is saying, try cranking your difficulty up. All right, because it is extremely rewarding. I'm not saying I'm a gun at hard games because I suck.
Oh, okay.
It's just a discussion around gaming difficulty.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't wait. Guy, welcome back. It's
That
very
sounds
lovely to have you
sarcastic.
back. No, I'm really excited, Chris, about your segment. Moving on.
Sorry, it is great to have Guy back.
No, it is. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling better. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to you two as well, and producer Sam and everyone for looking after the podcast for the past few weeks. I needed some time off mentally. I had a bit of a moment, I guess you could call it. And it's been rather difficult for myself and for my wife and my family, but everyone's rallied around me, and I've got some chemicals in my system now that are starting to do stuff.
Nice.
But no, it's been, I had some rest, and now I'm ready to get back into it.
Yay.
Question, because you went away for a week and stayed with your parents, which was nice, and you said
Yep.
you were playing Switch. I was picturing you playing a really relaxed game like Breath of the Wild, or something, or like or an Animal Crossing or something.
Yeah.
Were you doing anything like
No, I
that?
took the Switch down, didn't turn it on.
Oh,
Probably
really?
right. Okay.
I took my Kindle down, and I read a lot.
Oh, that's nice.
Did a lot of reading in the little soft little, sun window in my parents' spare room
Oh,
with
like
a little blanket
conservatory
over my
thing.
lap
Oh,
and just
Wow.
just had some drugs and zoned out.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
nice
A
to
little
have you
book
back.
nook there. It's
It is genuine, a delicious little book nook.
And sorry, but this isn't book chat. This isn't extremely casual book readers.
Oh, dear.
ECR.
What were you reading?
I am currently reading a fantasy book in the Crescent City series.
Lame.
Oh.
All right, let's move on.
It's kind of giving off. It's kind of giving off a little bit of cyberpunk vibes.
Oh, okay.
wow,
Oh, now
yeah.
you're interested?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Right. Okay. Well, now for a brief moment there, I felt what it was like for you guys when I mentioned The Witcher
Oh, yeah.
and start to talk about it.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
That's great,
That's
all
the
right.
equivalent.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that. Time for some listener feedback.
Enough of that.
Guys,
All right, ECG for ECG is our Facebook group that you can contribute in if you want to chat with the community and us. Now, the first thing I just want to start off by saying is I've got a bone to pick personally because I'm a defensive partner and girlfriend. Now, my partner Sam, bless his little heart, he posted it in the ECG for ECG Facebook
Did
group
he?
this week.
Did
He did, guys. See, I feel like no one saw it, but
Oh, not a lot of interaction,
look,
was it? I'm gonna go find it.
No one really replied. Oh, no! And he came back and he's like, oh, so my post went off, eh?
did he? What's the post? He's like, hey, I'm desperate to finish. It takes 2.
Okay.
Who wants to play with me?
It was him asking a question about YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to comment on it right now. It had 3 likes.
Yeah.
One of whom was Guy, one was Ellie.
I didn't even see it was
Well-
Sam. I just hit like.
There you go. It was
Yeah.
Sam. And then there was 2 comments, which was me and my cousin. So poor Sam. He put a video in of the series he loves to watch. It's a GTA related one.
Oh, yes.
Did you see that?
I've seen these videos. I remember seeing
Yes.
that post. I didn't see that it was Sam, though.
Yeah, see, I did say to him, Sam, you should have said, hey, I'm Sam. I'm Ellie's
yeah.
partner. He didn't do an intro. But listeners, if you're listening, I think you need to go and give Sam some love because he's real sad.
I've just done it. I liked it.
Yeah.
And I commented, wow, this is great content, Sam! ! Keep it up. Crisis averted.
There we go.
Thank you so much, Chris. I really
It'll
appreciate
make him
that.
feel nice and warm in his tummy when he sees that notification.
And if that doesn't, get that nerdy shit Guy was reading and curl up in a corner.
I just want to shout out Jane Krause. I think I'm saying her name right. She just finished her art history and curation degree, and as a reward, she bought a PS5.
Wow.
So welcome to the PS5 crew, Jane, and thanks for listening to the old podcast.
Well done.
Also, there was a bit of nostalgia feedback from our chat last week, which was not really gaming related at all, Chris.
And it went on for way too long, but shit, it was enjoyable.
I re-listened to it and I was like, oh no, this has gone on way too long. But people came back and said what they were playing back in 2005. Brianna was playing Crash Bandicoot Warped, as was I. Spyro, GTA 1, Age of Empires 1 and 2. Rachel, Crash Bandicoot, Singstar. That was another one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a banger.
I
eh?
always forget that I used to play that and I smashed it, by the way.
Singstar was easy to cheat because you didn't have to actually you didn't have to sing, you just had to like hum the notes.
Yes.
So as long as you got it on the right level, so you could be like singing that like superstar song. You'd be
Yes.
like, "Ooh, ooh." You just had to make sure it matched.
No, I agree, bro. I like to say that I'm a reasonable singer, right? So I used to like sing these songs on SingStar, and I'd get angry because I know I was singing them well, but the better I sung, the worse the score was.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so I found I would do your
Yeah,
strategy
yeah.
guy, and then I'd get top points. I'd be like, oh, this is just an insult to great singers like me. Anyway, Rachel also played Pokemon, Muppet Monster Adventure, Mary Kate and Ashley Licensed to Drive.
I thought you were going to say Muppets and Ponsonby. It's like, whoa.
Well, James was playing Tenchu on PS1. And Shelby was playing Pokemon Stadium on the old
Nintendo 64.
That's the
Nice.
one. That's the one. I also want to thank Mark Avery. He did a 2005 deep dive, which I'm not going to read out, but he basically gave us the news that was in 2005,
That's right, he
the
did.
games, all the things that were happening in 2005. So thanks for doing that, Mark. Also, I just want to shout out Alice. She told a hilarious story about her and her cousin that used to play Habbo Hotel. My cousin and I were C-list celebs on Habbo during its peak. We paid $6 a month for exclusive Habbo Club items, made them popular. With their names, they were easy to remember. We received numerous messages and filled rooms wherever we went. Our parties were always packed and people always offered us items. However, her cousin was hacked by a scammer who then defamed her and used her account to scam others and basically like shit on her own name.
Oh my God.
This led to both of our accounts being banned and our brief fame ended abruptly. So, sorry about that,
So-
Alice.
The hacker or the scammer didn't even try to get funds or do the credit card thing.
No, they just took the clout from that profile.
They were jealous
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah, and then just used it to scam people and basically defame her cousin.
Oh
so
my God.
that's-
That happened on Habbo Hotel.
yeah,
Who
crazy.
takes it that
eh?
seriously?
I know.
Someone's out there stealing Habbo clout, which is a weird sentence.
Sean brought up asked people what their longest gaming session was, and there was a lot of replies. A lot of them were saying like 16 hours and stuff. What would be your longest gaming session, Guy?
Non-stop, I reckon like 8 to 9 hours.
Yeah, right.
But that won't just be me on my own. That would be like friends and we're like either multiplayer or big LAN party
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, say 8 to 9.
Nice. Chris, what do you reckon your longest gaming sesh has been?
I'd say back in the day, my mate, so you go run to a mate's place for a sleepover, you go down to the den, hop in your sleeping bags at like 8 after dinner, and then we'd quite often game until like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's probably like 8 hours, but like honestly, in the last decade, I do probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then I need to have a wee break.
Yeah.
If I'm sick home from work, like really sick, I might do 3, 4, 5 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing that big.
No, neither. I was very impressed by these
Oh,
gaming
yeah.
sessions that they were chatting about. I'm definitely way casual than that. I can't even finish a game. So the question of the week this week, though, goes to Harry Cooper. And he wanted to know, does anyone have any games they really enjoyed and remember playing for what seemed like forever but never finished them? Did you have any games like this that you like played heaps as a kid and then just like you just never finished it for some reason?
I do.
Yeah, what is it?
Skyrim.
Oh, did you never finish that?
I never ever finished Skyrim. Started it 4 times. Like max out my character, do every side mission, and then just run out of gas on it, and never even finish or even go 20% of the way into the main story
Yeah, wow.
because it's
Okay.
just so big.
Yeah, overwhelming.
So I've never finished it. I don't know what happens at the end of Skyrim.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Guy, any that you, when you were young, you used to like ham and then never.
Tony Hawk American Wasteland.
Oh,
We've
okay.
talked about
The
it in the
balloons.
podcast. There was a mission that I just couldn't get past.
Oh, yeah,
So if I could get past it, I think I would have finished the game.
Yeah,
But I spent a lot of hours on that game, and then that mission I just couldn't get past.
yeah, fair enough.
That's a really good rebuttal for game difficulty chat later in the podcast, by the way.
Oh,
He literally had to stop because it was too hard.
There we go, eh? Bit of
Yeah.
foreshadowing there. Well, I pretty much have never finished any games, especially as a child, because we didn't even have a memory card, so I always had to start again. But Harry, who gave the question, Beyond Good and Evil 2003.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
First
Did
game
you-
I ever played on PlayStation 2.
Was it?
It came with my PlayStation. And I was like, what is this? There's a warthog and a lady with a stick.
Oh, there you go.
That's all I need to know.
And I did actually finish it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, I love this.
Oh, okay. He said he could never get past the part in the game to find out what happened. Oh, one of the main characters gets taken away dramatically or something.
Oh, that's right. One gets kidnapped.
And you've got to use your stick.
And yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
I can't remember who.
Got to trade your stick.
There you go.
Apparently, there's a second one of those coming out, but it's been in development for like 10 years. And it just keeps getting pushed further and further in development hell. But apparently, it is coming out in the next few years.
Okay, all right. Paul said he couldn't finish Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion. Alice said that she could never finish the discs and cereal packets, but loved them. Loved Tomby and Buster Groove. Tomby is coming to PS5 again soon, so she's very excited about that. Rangi never finished Oddworld Abe's
Odyssey.
Thank you.
Abe's Odyssey.
I'm tired, okay. And then Zach couldn't finish. Oh my God. I can't even finish a sentence.
Zach couldn't fill it. And he's a fisherman.
Ellie's been up since like 3 a.m.
I have. Oh, please forgive me. Couldn't finish Alex the Kid, or Alex Kidd as
Alex Kidd.
that we've just found out apparently it's actually just Alex
no
Kidd.
the.
Which I thought it was Alex the Kid. Oh my God, it is. It's Alex Kidd.
That's interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Ellie, just so people are aware, you've been up doing breakfast radio.
I have.
What
yeah.
time do you have to get up?
So I've been getting up. Today I got up at 4. Yesterday I got up at 3 because I wanted to watch the Formula 1 race before I went.
Right, okay.
So yeah, no, I've been up a few hours here. So excuse me if I'm not very sandwiches. No, if I'm not.
That's funny. That's funny. How did you go to sandwiches? Are you hungry?
No, I think maybe. No, it's because of the quote that says, "Oh, we finish each other's sandwiches."
Sandwiches.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's where
funny.
it came from. Thank you. All right, I think I should stop talking. So it's time for some gaming news.
Gaming news. Gaming news. Now, this week, myself, Guy, and Ellie from the ECG podcast, we were lucky enough to go down to PlayStation Studios here in New Zealand, Sony headquarters,
Yes.
and we got our mitts on the new Astrobot game. And it's the first
yeah.
time we have been invited down to get a hands-on demo of a game before it's gone live.
Yes.
We've made the big time, guys.
we have.
I felt very, very important, especially because
Yeah.
there was a plate of pastries and
Yes.
fruit. And
Oh my God,
little
the
mini
fruit.
donuts.
Yep.
And the grapes were huge.
The grapes.
They were huge.
They were grapes
Yeah.
were like the size of a small.
Like duck egg, maybe.
Yes, a duck
Do you
egg.
reckon?
They were, a duck
So-
egg is the perfect description.
Everyone just picture a duck egg, which we all come across on a
Now
regular
imagine it
basis.
as a grape. I know.
So the fruit was excellent. We've ticked that off the list, and that was top of the list. So good work, guys.
Yeah. Nice.
So we got hands-on with a brand new PS5 exclusive when the PlayStation 5 first came out to show off the haptic feedback in the new controller. They released a game called Astro's Playroom. It was amazing. They basically made a game based around the best way to show off what this controller can do. So he'd be walking on glass. It would feel like it was on glass. There was all these cool weapons depending on what stage you're on, and you could collect all these old PlayStation things as trophies. And yes, I platinumed the game. It was a very enjoyable, maybe 4-hour game.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Based on the back of that, they were like, you know what, stuff it. Let's make an entire platforming full-size game, which is really cool because there are no real PlayStation 5, next generation platformers.
Yeah. Nah.
It's like a real Nintendo thing.
Yeah. It reminded me a little bit of the style of like Crash Bandicoot.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
man. And
Yeah.
Spyro. And the thing I really liked about it was you start off, it's fun, you collect all the little Astrobots who are dressed up, and there's iconic PlayStation 5 characters and famous characters from throughout PlayStation's history, and you're collecting them and you're using your weapons, and it's pretty low stakes. And then they turned the stakes right up on a few levels.
Oh, yeah,
And
they
they're
did.
only
Oh, yeah.
optional. The one we were trying to beat by the end of it, and we couldn't, I know a guy got the furthest,
Nice, bro.
was
Yeah.
one of those old school platformers when you have to just keep sprinting, jump, and then avoid the swinging obstacles.
Oh.
Timing, and if you die, then you just go all the way back
All
to
the way
start.
back to
Yeah.
the start. And I
But
was
it's addictive. It was so addictive.
Yes.
We had to leave, but if we didn't have to, we'd have been there for another hour.
I agree.
That's
Yeah.
right. And the good thing about that was actually a bonus level. You didn't have to do it.
Oh.
And so the bulk of the game is very much for kids, for beginners, for anyone.
Yeah.
You do a cool story, you collect all the Astrobots, and you save the world, whatever it might be. And
Yeah.
then if you actually want a genuine platforming challenge, that's there as well. I loved it because of that covering all bases thing. I think a kid could play it. I would happily play it.
Yeah.
yeah.
The difficulty was
Same.
high enough. You know what I mean? So I really liked it. Did you guys enjoy it?
There's 80 missions. I loved it. I think I'm definitely going to be getting it when it comes out. And the fact that they've taken Astrobot, which was just this cool little thing that they launched the PlayStation 5 with, and then they go, actually, there's enough legs here for us to make this into a full-fledged game.
That's right.
So yeah, they announced it at the PlayStation Showcase a couple of months back as well. It was like their big thing.
Yeah.
It just looks. What I love about it is the design of the levels, because every single time a level comes up and all the things are happening around, it's like that's such a cool looking level.
They
Yes.
pick a gimmick and really stick to it
Yeah.
for the whole
Yeah.
It's
thing.
like that sounds like each one just looks different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the artwork was awesome. It was alley friendly, so I could do a little bit of bloody gaming.
I think Ellie
It wasn't
might have
bad.
to do a Astrobot review when
Yep.
it comes out
I could
Absolutely.
actually.
in September.
Yeah. So it's coming out in September. But no, I really enjoyed it. It gave me memories of like sort of childhood Crash Bandicoot type games. I definitely died more than Chris and Guy did, but I still had a lot of fun. So it's coming out in September for those who want to get your hands on it.
And to be honest, we'll probably have a copy or two to give away,
Yes.
which is pretty exciting too. So
Yeah.
thanks PlayStation for inviting us down. I watch YouTube like game reviewers often, and they always say, we're invited by blah blah to come and test the game out. And I'm like, oh, that'll be us one day.
and it
It's
is
starting to happen,
Oh.
even from little old New Zealand.
Nice.
Manifesting it.
Well, actually, the
Nice.
thing they do now is they'll fly you to LA to get hands on, then fly you home again.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
the thing I'm keen for.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the goal, guys. We're going to go to LA to play a game.
That's the
and then
goal.
fly back.
Once we've done that, we quit.
Yeah.
We hang it up. The second piece of gaming news, I just figured while we were on sort of game preview mode, there is a game. I watched a preview for it today. I watched about 4 previews for it in the end while I was eating my cereal, because
What cereal?
it was like a apricot muesli.
Oh,
Oh,
lovely.
What's wrong with apricot muesli?
nothing. It's full of sugar. That's all.
Okay,
I'm gonna be
Dad.
honest. There's a lot of raisins in there,
Oh,
and I was like, and a few of them were covered in yogurt.
I like the yogurt
You're
raisins
gonna be
actually.
raising your blood sugar.
Yeah. That's a good point. So now that I feel terrible about myself, so I was eating my apricot muesli and watched this preview, and it's a game coming out on all platforms, I believe. So Xbox, PlayStation 5, Nintendo PC. It is called The Plucky Squire.
Ooh.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of The Plucky Squire?
No.
No.
So this game
Sounds like a tavern.
Yeah, it does, hey?
it does. It sounds like an old English tavern.
Yeah.
The Plucky Squire is a sort of platforming adventure game that's coming out later this year. It is created by an indie developer. All Possible Futures is the name of the developer. The reason it's cool is because it starts in a sort of Pixar style room. They showed this preview and it's on YouTube. You can see it. And it's like a kid's room and it pans around. There's a book open on the desk and the book is called The Plucky Squire. And it's like a picture book. The book opens, it's 2D, and you play the Plucky Squire
Oh,
in this 2D drawn thing.
oh.
However, at certain points, you have to pop out of that into the 3D world and walk around the bedroom and do stuff to then get back into the book, back to 2D,
Oh, yeah.
and finish the storybook.
That's quite cool.
It looks amazing. So when he pops out, it's sort of like, what's that game you guys like? It Takes Two. You're
Yep.
finding things, you're solving puzzles, blah, 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 blah. And then you hop back in the book to progress the book. And it just quickly alternates between 2D and 3D. It is magnificent.
That's
Oh, wow.
cool.
It
That
looks
sounds like it's going to
brilliant.
be your nightmare.
yeah, motion. Oh, my 3D.
I'm in the book.
Oh god, 4D. So the Plucky Squire, it's coming out later this year. It's an indie game and it's from a company. I think it's their first game they've ever made. And I just saw the trailer and the previews, and I was like, that looks sick.
Yeah,
Cool.
mean.
So look it up. It's coming out later this year.
Okay, exciting stuff.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers for the gaming news.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
really
also here.
shit the bed on the end of that one. Jesus.
So I don't know if I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but I grew up playing Halo.
Boo.
Halo 2 was my jam. I was thinking about it the other day. And because behind me, actually, in the studio, there's this game. When I went to go see my family, my brother gave me this game on Xbox that I played heaps. And I'm pretty sure I haven't come across anybody that's played this game before. It's called Driver Parallel Lines. So Driver,
Yeah.
common PlayStation.
Everyone's played Driver.
Everyone's played Driver,
Except for
maybe
Ellie.
even Driver 2. But Driver Parallel Lines, I played on Xbox, and it's wicked. It's set in like the 70s. Great backing track, all that
Okay.
stuff. So I was thinking about that, but I also played a lot of Halo 2. And what I loved about Halo 2 is just going back and replaying old missions. There was one called Outskirts that I just played over and over and over
So
again.
it had one of those things where you could literally scroll back, pick
Yeah.
a chapter, and start it.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
cool. More
Nice.
games need to have that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a very common thing. You go back and play missions that you like, you know?
Yeah.
Go back and replay missions.
Yeah.
But I thought, if we want to get deep here, guys, if you could go back, you've got 3 replay mission titles, right? Or options, opportunities.
Yeah.
The technology exists for you to go back into your memories, back in time or whatever, and replay 3 missions or moments from your life.
Yeah.
What would those 3 missions be? Now, the rules are, and I put this up in the Facebook group as well, is that nothing you do when you replay the mission changes your current lifestyle,
Oh,
right?
damn it,
So if
yeah.
you go back in time and you just go on, I'm going to put $1,000 on this team to win the World Cup, and then
Right.
you're not going to have that money when you finish the mission.
Yeah,
right?
Because that's
gotcha.
how it works in game too. You just randomly jump in with a random loadout, and at the end, that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
Unless like you're trophy hunting or something like that. So you've got 24 hours
Okay.
is the window of your mission. So you can't just be somebody in the group chat says, I'd go back and do my study abroad for a year in Canada. I was like,
Yeah.
no. That's a long mission. That's
Yeah,
a
but-
campaign.
Unless they were abroad doing a mission for a church.
Loophole.
A
Nice.
mission on a mission. So if you die in the mission, you just go back and you can restart it whenever you want. So
Yeah,
it's just a
okay.
bit of fun.
Okay.
So the three that I chose,
Okay.
right? The 2004 rugby final of my plucky little rugby team, Gretton
Oh,
Marist,
Bless.
going up against Tapuna, right?
Oh,
We
yeah.
made it to the final.
Sorry.
Yes.
Tapuna, I grew up in Tapuna, played for Tapuna.
Oh,
So just a little background here.
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
with
yeah.
you now.
So this
Yeah.
was me back when I was probably 11 or 12.
Yeah.
I might have got the years wrong, but 11 or 12. And we were undefeated all season apart from Tapuna, who beat us at the start of the season. And Tapuna were undefeated all season. It was a real storybook,
Oh, yeah.
final.
They're still like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those two
Wow.
clubs are still
Yeah.
very, very good.
Wow. Okay.
So we were the underdogs. We went in and we won,
Oh,
which was
nice.
great. But I want to go back and play that game again because there was a moment right on the try line. The ball was there. All I had to do was basically pick it up and dive over the line.
Oh,
And I froze.
oh no.
I froze.
Yeah.
Little bitch guy froze, and somebody else in my team picked up and scored the try. Now, it wasn't the game-winning try. We were already winning, but I didn't get to score a try in the final.
Yeah, dang.
So I'd love to go back and replay that mission. Plus, just to play rugby again,
Yeah.
like as kids, and then it's because it's your brain now, but in your younger body.
Yeah, so you
So
know,
if
know
you-
lot
I
of
could
things.
just punch a kid in the head, and I get that out of my system,
Oh, I
you
don't
know.
think of that. I
You know,
don't-
because I'd be fine because I'm a kid. I'm in a kid's body. So because there was a few bullies on the team, and I wish
Gotcha.
I just punched them in
Punched
the
them.
nose.
Yeah.
So that
I-
would be the first mission I'd go back and
Can I
Okay.
just point
score
out?
the try.
Can I point
Yeah.
out how big of a deal this is? Right.
Yeah.
Without realizing, guys wearing Gretton colours right now.
Oh,
I am wearing
true.
blue and black, which is Tapuna colours.
Oh my gosh. Rematch.
Yes, Guy and I are going to play a game of rugby right now.
Yes,
against one another.
So that's my first mission.
Nice,
So
okay.
what's your first mission?
All right. well,
Okay,
I'll
with
go
questions.
next just
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it leads perfectly into my one.
Okay.
Oh, okay, go. Yeah.
Mine is also rugby based.
Oh.
This mission would have happened in around 2019, I think.
Okay.
Oh.
So pre lame lockdowns.
Oh, yeah.
I was playing in a touch rugby competition behind the RSA in Te Atatū, West Auckland.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. I was signed up by a bloke who was on the radio here. He got us all free boots. We all got Fitbits. We all got uniforms. It was the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And I reluctantly was like, yeah, I'll play just because it was a bit of a pain to get to and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I was like, yeah, I'll play. He's like, oh, you're a rider. You've played a bit of touch. I was like, I've played heaps of rugby. It'll be sweet.
Nice.
So my wife is also playing in the team.
Cool.
We are playing a team from Te Atatū, and I didn't realize they had like their nana playing on their team
Oh my gosh, bless.
on the wing.
Was
Oh.
she fast?
Nah,
as?
she wasn't fast as. She would have been about 60. I also, was on the wing because the game had just started and I just run out and I just happened to be on the wing. They got the ball out to me pretty early doors and I was like, I am going to sidestep this lady into the grave.
Yes.
Like I am going to absolutely destroy her.
Yeah.
And I started running around her, went for the Skuck says right foot step, rolled my ankle, was out for the season, and she touched me and it was handover. So I got injured,
Oh no.
touch handover, out for the season, first game. I got the new boots, I got the Fitbit, I've still got it all.
Oh.
And they are
Wow.
barely used because of that moment.
When you
That
fell on the
sucks.
ground, you rolled your ankle, you were in pain and stuff. Did the touch come like moments later where she just like stands over and she's just like, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice
Yeah,
one. Also,
gotcha.
she said
Yeah.
something quite
Just
funny.
like a real demoralizing touch. Just
yeah.
gotcha.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah. That didn't go as well as you thought it was going to go.
No, so I'd like to not be completely embarrassed in front of my wife and also an old woman.
That's
Yeah,
fair
yeah.
enough. That's fair enough. You know what's funny? I'm going to drop one of mine because I wasn't stoked on the three. I'm going to bring my first one now. And this is actually a legit mission that I just remembered when you guys were talking about this. My first mission I want to replay was 2009 Touch Rugby Nationals at school.
Wow.
We're in the mixed nationals. Everyone up until this point had scored tries in our team, except me. And we're running. I'm down the wing, And then my partner at the time was actually in the team. He goes over the line and literally gives me a sitter. Like, here you go, Ellie, you put it down.
No.
I don't know what went through me. It was like, oh my goodness, I'm finally going to get this try I've been trying to get all week. Literally dropped the ball, didn't get the try, which meant everyone at Touch Nationals in New Zealand, it's like a tradition. If you don't score a try at Nationals, you have to do an undie run. So I had to do an undie run, and I was the only one on my team that had to do this undie run in front of so many people. Bless a guy in my team actually did it with me. But I'd like to replay that mission so I can just get the try, not do the undie run.
And then, so obviously he was embarrassed, so he broke up with you. Then you got together with Sam, who does kind of boring posts on Facebook. So I see this is really a
the
pivotal moment.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? Isn't that funny? We all want to just undo really embarrassing sporting moments.
Yeah, nice. What about you?
So my second mission would be the night that my wife and I got together officially.
Nice.
So what was so cool about this night was that it was at, and you guys will know who I'm talking about, but we'll have to give it some context, Kim.com.
Oh, yeah.
So Kim.com's kind of...
I remember this.
So Kim.com is this big German guy who lives here in New Zealand, and I don't actually know what he does. I think, didn't he break the law?
He made Mega Upload, which was like a torrent hosting site.
That's right. His house got raided.
He was a millionaire.
And what he did is he was deciding to dive into the world of music, and he released an album. It was like a drum and bass album. It was terrible, but he had like an album release party at his giant mansion. And a whole bunch of people from the media got to go. They did buses. And that's the night where my wife and I officially got together, and there was a hedge maze that we were like running around, and I was just like quoting the Goblet of Fire, and there was like, it was just like this massive mansion, and we were running around, a lot of fun, and then like we went to a bar afterwards, and like we held hands under the bar table.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like the first time ever.
That
So I'd like to replay that moment.
Nice. That's lovely.
I don't want to replay moments like my wedding day and the day my daughter was born.
Oh, you don't?
And then, like, if that's what you chose to do, that's cool. But for me, it's because those moments in my head are perfect.
Yeah, they're so special.
So I don't want to keep going back and replaying them, because then it's kind of like diminishes it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, lovely.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you went first on that one then. I've got wedding day written here, but that's just silly.
No, elaborate.
I just wanted to experience that again. And to be honest, I was more just saying that just in case the wife was listening, which she doesn't, by the way, hates it. So we've ticked that box. My next one is also rugby related.
Oh, all right.
Because I didn't
trauma related to rugby, do you?
I didn't even think about the fact that you could re-experience something because it was great.
Yes, yeah.
I was just trying to rectify massive wrongs.
Yeah.
I was like 13. I was second five. Cameron, one of my best friends at high school. I don't know why I specified. One of my mates, Cameron. He was first five, playing the mount. This big fella got the ball. Cameron smashed him in a tackle, picked him up, lifted him, and then drove him backwards. The guy took offense, started swinging at Cameron. We all ran in. All the parents ran in.
Oh, my God.
And the whole game was called off because literally both teams were brawling and the parents were brawling. We were 12 and 13.
Oh, my God.
I ran over to Cameron, pulled the guy off of him, went to swing at him, missed and fell over.
That's right.
And then was quickly like, I don't think I'm a brawler. My hand-to-hand combat doesn't have enough points in that stat category yet.
So do you want to go back to get in the fight again, or just to witness a big like parent and kids fight?
I think I want to do the same thing as you, guy, and scratch that beaten up kids itch.
Nice. Yeah.
I just want to land a punch. It probably would have resulted in him knocking me out because he's a big fella.
Yeah.
But I just still, when people are like, "Oh, have you guys ever had like a real fight?" and I go, "Yeah, I have." Oh, no, I haven't.
I had the option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I've witnessed one, so that was probably one of my most embarrassing moments.
Nice. Love it.
I promise the last one's not rugby related.
Okay. All right, cool. My second mission I'd love to redo or replay is I did a lot of theatre when I was younger, acting and school productions, and I loved them. So I genuinely would love to go back to my year 10 school production. Nice. It was Bye Bye Birdie. And I'd just love to just do another night of it and just relive the theatre.
And perform?
Yeah. And do the part that I played and just soak it in and really appreciate it, because I actually really miss theatre. It's quite a big commitment as an adult, and I don't think I'd...
Huge commitment when you're an adult.
I just don't have time for it necessarily. So I don't know if I'd do it again, but I would like to. But I'd love to just go back and just experience theatre for another night.
But you do a lot of acting with Viva.
I do,
Viva
yeah.
the Dirt League. So
I
maybe
do.
that's scratch that itch.
That's scratching that. It's just the songs, it's the music.
And
that I
also
miss.
performing in front of people. I know what it's like when you're filming something and you're acting or doing something.
Yeah.
You don't get the buzz. You don't get to see the reaction.
feedback. Yeah, exactly. No, I just loved it. So I'd love to go back and just do my
You
school
should
production by
Why
my
don't
birdie.
you do some theatre?
I've been thinking about it. But,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit scared.
Why
But,
don't we do a one-man show next week?
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One man show, so it'll be Guy.
Yeah. One lady show, Ellie acting out your favorite mission from Detroit Become Human.
Oh, yeah. I want to have a song in it, though. How about I just act the entire Hairspray musical by myself to all the parts and all
Can
the
you do
songs?
The Greatest Showman? I watched that recently. and
It's a nice movie, eh?
delightful movie.
It's a lovely movie. I don't know it very well, though, but I'll practice a song just for you guys.
Look out, 'cause here I come.
Nice.
That's that one, eh?
That's
Yeah,
that's
That
it,
is
bro.
good. That
That's
is
lovely.
good.
Yes, that'd be my second one. What's your third,
shit.
guy?
Still
Real
got three to
quick,
go.
third one is 2009. I was working part-time over a radio station called The Rock that back home in Tauranga, and you literally just drive around in a ute giving away free stuff, right? And at
Nice.
the time, that was like pinnacle. It's the middle of summer.
It was sick.
It was
Yeah.
awesome,
The
right?
U was V8.
It was a V8 ute. I was like 17, and what I wish I could do is not go and do that. I just wish I just stole the ute and drove off.
Oh,
You know, just kept driving.
okay.
Just go for a drive. There was a glove box full of KFC vouchers. There was
Oh,
a
yeah.
tray. There was a tray of Red Bull. I was unstoppable.
Wow.
And because it's a mission that I get to replay and there's no consequences,
Yeah.
I get to kind of live out a little bit of GTA.
Love it.
Looping it back to gaming, I'd like to get 5 stars in a rock ute.
I don't know if you can get 5 stars in New Zealand.
Yeah,
I think we've got the equivalent of like 1 star.
yeah one.
Oh,
It's just a guy on a scooter.
Go. just be like, "Hey, can you slow down? Hey, that's about it. So I would like to live out some GTA because there's no consequences.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice.
My final one is I would like to replay our first year of studying. Guy and I lived together halfway through the year. I think we managed to
did,
finally
yeah.
swing it so that you moved into our hall of residence. We had little
Oh,
flats.
yeah, cool.
We'd get everyone together and we'd watch stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I
right.
want to go back and watch the first season of Game of Thrones for the first time with everyone for the first time.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
'Cause
a good one.
That TV show blew everyone's minds and then fizzled out at the end for me personally.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And I just remember being so obsessed by it. The first 5 seasons have just been like, this is the greatest thing I've ever watched.
Yeah.
But you will be watching it knowing that what happens. That you don't get to experience it again for the first time.
No, but I'd like to sit there and watch everyone else experiencing it.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah,
watch
yeah.
everybody fall in love with Ned Stark. Be like,
Yeah, and then
he's great, isn't
spoiler
he?
alert. We're not going
I
to say
haven't
what
seen it.
happens. We're not going to say what happens.
Have you not seen it?
No.
No, if you've not seen it already, then you're not going to watch it.
Why am I not surprised Ellie hasn't seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
to be
sorry.
honest, I'm not sure you'd be into it.
Yeah, I watched the first episode and I know I didn't give it much of a chance, but it was just a bit.
A lot of
graphic.
death.
I don't know. It was
Lot
just,
of death.
yeah, it was just traumatizing for my
There's a lot of
sensitive
graphic
self.
stuff
Yeah.
still happens
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I want it. But yeah, nice. It's a good one, actually.
Or-
Rewatching something for the first time.
Or
Yeah.
reading the Harry Potters for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
My
cool.
Goodness.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, my third one, mission I'd like to replay would be the night that I got with Sam, my partner. It was genuinely a mission because I decided I was going to tell him I love him. We were like best friends. And I'd just like to relive the moment that I realized he felt the same. The joy that I felt and the relief and the, oh my gosh, he actually likes me. Oh, we're together. Oh, that moment there is a very special moment
That's
for me.
very nice.
So
When
I'd just like to replay that, yeah.
When you guys got together, did he do a Facebook update and no one liked it? Is in a relationship with Ellie and everyone's just like,
I was like, oh, lame.
Yeah. But it's complicated. That's embarrassing. I'm difficult.
Yes, we know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I mean, when it comes, I wasn't finished my sentence.
Guys, you're yawning over there. He's bored of you.
as soon as Chris is like, right, I'm up next.
Yeah.
Is everyone naked?
Time to have a nap. Sorry, guy. So look, I am difficult when it comes to gaming. All right, there's a lot of things I like to. There's a lot of boxes you have to tick for me to even pick up the game and start playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So certain games, I'll watch a trailer and go, I'm not playing that.
Yeah.
One of the more recent ones is I want it to be a challenge, and this has all come from software. I heard Elden Ring was coming out, so I was like, I need to get amongst this. So many people rave on about Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne and Sekiro and all these things. So I bought Demon Souls remastered on PS5, played that for the first time. It kicked my ass. And I was like, God, I don't know if I can get into this. By the end of it, I was like, oh yeah. I then got Elden Ring. By the end of that, I am like, I like when bosses kick my ass.
Yeah,
I love
wow.
it.
We couldn't be more different.
No, I know, right? Like, I need it to happen.
Yeah.
I thought about this topic last night because, it was the night before. I was up playing Cyberpunk. I wanted to go to sleep. It was like 10:45. I usually try and be in switch everything off by 11. And I got to this point where I had to take on a cyber psycho. I'm on very hard difficulty, and I had to Google a strategy. I was doing everything under the sun to try and beat this person, and I absolutely could not. And then after dying 20 times, it glitched out, and they were just frozen in the middle, and I could just unload on them.
Oh my gosh, really?
Bullets wise.
Really?
So I don't know what you guys are laughing at. And I started shooting at them. I was like, oh my God, I can win right now. And I restarted the checkpoint because I need to feel that rush of beating that person.
Yeah.
Because if you did beat it, you'd be like, I did, but I didn't.
Yeah, I like, oh cool, I got to the next part of the story. But no, I'm now addicted to finally beating a tough boss. I absolutely love it.
Nice. Okay.
And so the weird thing about it is there is actually, you can get more out of your game by making it harder. Every boss battle isn't just like you die twice. It's like maybe 10 times now, and you spend longer on it. You get more out of your game, right, Ellie?
Right, yeah.
You don't have to agree, by the way.
No, I know. Sorry, I'm pulling faces.
Yeah, she's pulling a lot of faces. So it extends your game in terms of like how long you can play it for.
True.
Because you don't want it to end sometimes. I certainly didn't with like Elden Ring and stuff. So that's one thing. And another thing too is you have to become so intuitively connected with the controls that you have to get to a level where you're like not even thinking, you're just doing it.
Yeah.
Which is just like amazing. I'm so much better at Cyberpunk now because I've battled this person over and over. And now I'm like, if I have to come up, because I beat them, if I have to come up against any more bosses, I know exactly how to master this particular build.
Yeah,
and I'm like ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And so that has really unlocked a thing in me. And the other thing too, if you're playing a game which involves stealth, crank it up to the highest difficulty so that if you screw up your stealth and you get spotted, there is actually some sort of consequence.
Yeah, right.
Because in Assassin's Creed, you can stealth it along and like take people out. You get spotted, doesn't matter. You're pretty much invincible and you can kill everyone. Ghost of Tsushima, hardest difficulty. You get spotted, everyone's running at you.
There's arrows flying
at you. Dudes are doing all sorts of different like samurai techniques and stuff, and you're pretty much buggered. You have to like run away or just die. And so you like stealth all of a sudden is like a real intense thing. You got your headphones on. You're like, shit, how am I going to sneak over there? It just made everything so much more, I don't know.
Fun for you or
Good question.
is this fun?
That doesn't sound like it. It just made everything had more weight behind all of my actions.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Which I love.
Yeah.
But I'm a very specific type of gamer.
Yes, you are. I do know what you mean. You feel more fulfilled knowing that
Absolutely.
you did it
It's
at
like,
the hardest.
holy cow, man, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, nice.
Whereas I also don't want gaming to be a thing that excludes people because they feel like they aren't good enough as well.
Yeah. See, I have to find the perfect balance of having a challenge, so there's like work that's involved.
So you don't get bored.
You're not just flying through and be like,
exactly, because I can easily get bored. But if it's too hard, I will also get bored because I'm just doing the same thing over and over. So it's a hard balance to find with me, to be fair. But I don't think I could play any game on hard, to be fair.
No, and I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest, because as soon as it's not fun for you, you shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my attitude. And for some reason, it's just unlocked this thing in me where I freaking love a challenge.
Yeah, nice, cool.
Not stupidly hard, but my recommendation is if you enjoy games where you are doing boss battles and stuff and you've never really cranked it up, you've never bumped it from normal to hard, go to hard, man, and just like, you know, if you can't win, it's because the game is designed for you to be able to unlock and get better at stuff, you know?
Yeah, right.
Crank it up a level, just one.
Yeah, it's like a training ground you've
developed.
Man. Yeah.
And it just all of a sudden, like, it's just, it's so great.
Yeah, nice. It sounds like you're in love with it, actually. That's lovely. Guy, what do you have to say about this? Do you like playing on hard or what?
Look, I found myself over the last year or so, actually, when I played last year when I played Ghost of Tsushima, when I played Spider-Man 2, I didn't play it on normal. I played it on hard because I was like, Ghost of Tsushima I'd played before, Spider-Man 2, they're relatively easy games. So I was like, no, I want a little bit of a challenge. And that was perfect for me because I want to be able to still feel like as if I'm progressing through the game.
Yeah.
And I also don't want to spend like an hour on the same level over and over again. Like if I die too many times, I don't see that as like, oh, I almost got him, but I was a little bit better than I was last time. I'm like, no, that's just pissing me off.
The same.
And I just, you know, there's not been that many times in my life where I've had a game on a difficulty and have had to lower it.
Right.
But I'm never ever going to be able to play a From Software game. I tried to play the Jedi Survivor game earlier in the year because it has the same sort of load sequence where like if you die, you have to go all the way back to when you last saved.
And you lose your
you lose
credits
everything, and like
whatever,
the people that you killed in between like respawn.
they all come back.
No. I loved the gameplay, but that enough was for me to be like, I'm not playing that. So I get what you're saying. and I understand it to a certain degree, but no, like
Yeah, it's just not for you. That's the thing. I've realized I'm a very specific type of gamer.
Yeah.
But there must be, and then you guys are the opposite. There
Yeah.
must be a lot of gamers like me and a lot of gamers and like you guys.
Yeah.
So do reach out. What type of gamer are you? Extremely
Yes.
Casual Gamers Podcast on Instagram or ECG for ECG on Facebook. Yeah, and then we can all chat about that and be friends.
Yay.
yes.
Maybe my partner will join in and no one will reply.
What's his name again?
Sam, he's playing life on hard difficulty. Actually.
It's been so nice having the team back today. It really has, guys. Really good to have you back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been good to be back. I missed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we missed you. What are you guys gonna be playing this week?
Sorry.
Chris looks very weird. I don't know. What are you doing?
I forget this is an audio medium, so people
Yeah.
can't see what we're doing.
Weird hand placement on the table.
I was
Yeah.
copying Ali's from earlier. This week I'm going to be playing more Cyberpunk
Yep.
2077. I will also probably be playing a bit of Pokemon because I'm flying this week into Christchurch.
Oh,
so
nice.
I love my little Game Boy in the lounge there and on the plane. It's my favourite.
Beautiful.
So a bit of that, and also some Helldivers. Hopefully with Guy and our
Ah.
little squad we've got going, Nate Dogg and
Yeah.
Pugs.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
What about you, Guy?
Yeah, I'll probably do a little bit of Helldivers too, and if I've got some time, I'll be playing some Red Dead Redemption 2 because before I had massive anxiety and panic attacks, I was starting that game. So
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
maybe that started it. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Maybe that was-
shit.
Maybe that was the trigger.
And it was gaming
Because
all along.
I know. Oh no. Oh god. Get me out of here.
Well, I'm going to be playing probably a bit of Nintendo Sports again.
Nice.
Still haven't finished Spirit Fair. I haven't touched it again. I don't know. I've got a weird thing. I do want to finish it, but I don't.
Ellie, you don't like it.
No, I love it. This is the thing. I love it, but I don't want to finish it because I love it. So I just want to leave it there for when I just feel
Because
like
if it's-
really wanting to finish it.
Because once it's finished, you can't play it again.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
That's
yeah.
exactly where I'm at with that. So yeah, probably some Nintendo Sports. Yeah,
You can play it again, right?
yeah.
But up the difficulty level.
Ah,
and, then it's like a whole new game.
yeah.
So good.
But yeah, no, as we mentioned earlier, I'm on breakfast radio at the moment, so I'm a little bit tired. Have I mentioned that? So I'll see how much gaming I'll do this week. I'm not sure about it. Let us know what you're playing though, listeners. ECG for ECG. What are you playing at the moment? Let us know.
Do let us know. Also, a little side note, we've got a little bonus episode coming out. I think it's probably out at the same time as this one.
Yeah, probably.
Now.
Full disclosure, if you're not from New Zealand, it might not be of too much relevance for you. It's our first ever interview. The reason we're doing it is it's with a lovely lady named Ali from Spark, which is a telco here in New Zealand. They are setting up like basically the first ever giant gaming tournament here in New Zealand. It's happening later in the year.
Yeah.
It's a fortnight tournament. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars of stuff to be won. There's all sorts of exciting stuff to get amongst. We want to be around all that stuff in
Yeah.
New Zealand here at ECG. So we're going to do our best, and there will be interviews like this in the future. We want to do our best to just like get amongst it and become a part of the growing gaming scene here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's about a 10-minute chat. So
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
really good.
Yeah, if you're in New Zealand, you like Fortnite and you're good at it, you want to win some prizes, maybe have a listen.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's out right now.
There you go. Thank you for listening to another week of the ECG podcast, and we will catch you back next week.
See ya.
Bye.